mandatory 12-hour shifts. I'd work 12 days straight and then get about 2 to 3 days off to come home and, see my family. Nothing like my job now. I actually graduated with my Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics and Statistics. My first job out of school was with the auto manufacturing industry. So I was hired on as an analyst for the consulting firm. And I did, basic BIA projects, doing some analysis. So I worked for people like Ford, BMW, did some projects for Mercedes. I did a lot of General Motors projects. I stayed there for about 5 years. And then my next 5 years, I worked for another consulting firm. The only problem with consulting was it was 100% travel, and I'm married with 2 kids, so that wasn't cutting it for my wife. She wanted me to get home, so, I started looking into some other stuff that I could do, and I stumbled upon TripleTen. TripleTen seemed to be the most extensive one, and then they also offered the money back guarantee. And then they also had the career acceleration program that helped you find a job afterwards. And I was just like, well, this seems to be a no-brainer. I felt that with my bachelor's degree, my 10 years experience as a data analyst, and the certificate, that'd be enough for me to get a job. I was dead set on data science. I always wanted to get into coding, and I felt like it was the natural next step for a data analyst is to become a data scientist. I kind of avoided coding when I was in school, and I wish I did it, but I was able to pick it up fairly quickly. I started the boot camp last June, and I was actually in the middle of a project when starting a boot camp. So I would work 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., come to my hotel after work, eat, get ready for the night, and then hop online with a tutor at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. The tutor I had, grown a liking to, man, we would stay on for an hour each time. Like the tutor slots are 30 minutes. He would stay on for an hour with me to answer all my questions, and make sure I understood the material. Understanding the coding part and understanding what you're trying to do with the code and what you're trying to achieve with the code. I think the deep learning one, we were identifying photos. I used a lot of hints. I majored in math, and this is harder than anything I've done for my degree. If I'm being completely honest, I was already preparing myself to land a job before I even finished the course. So when I was in 16, 17, I was applying for jobs 2 or 3 weeks into the career acceleration course before I got this job. And the lady that I worked with, the career coach that I worked with, she was so excited. I got a referral to put an application in at Citibank. I ended up not getting that job. I kept applying. One day I got a message on LinkedIn from a guy named Rico at Citibank. Didn't get that job. So I was like, man, what is going on? They keep reaching out. I'm not getting a job. Citibank has a application portal where you can upload your resume and it'll match you. Maybe a week or 2 later, after doing all those applications, I got an email asking me to do another interview for the job that I'm at now. I don't know, Citibank kept reaching out to me for interviews, so I felt like, okay, maybe Citibank's where I'm going to end up at. For me, it was all about perseverance and being patient. Making things happen, not just sitting back and, hoping for it to happen, but, putting the work in to make sure that when the opportunity arises, I'd be prepared.